pick-me's. Yeah, they tear down other women to make themselves more desirable to men, but also in some ways devalue their self. Like,
women act like this is the most unforgivable thing, that he is the ultimate bad guy, the ultimate demon if he does this. I'm sorry, sometimes you contributed to it. And women take no accountability for that. And that he wants to go to the bar with his buddies because you make that shit a hellhole. Because you are so unpleasant to be around. And that man forgives you for all of that shit, but you can't forgive him for stepping out once, twice. You guys are crazy.
And then I think it takes, from my experience, either more time or a man around you to say, hang on, Leia, like, why don't you look at it from this perspective, you know, and you can actually see the logic. And then you're like, oh yeah, okay, actually that makes sense. So I think women naturally are going to not like him because we are emotional. Hang on, Leia, like, why don't you look at it from this perspective, you know, and you can actually see the logic.
This is a female sexual strategy where you infantilize yourself in order to be more appealing to men. I'm silly and helpless and need rescuing. What is logic? Can you explain this to me? Oh no, my brain just fell down my top. Gosh, I'm so clumsy. It's my feminine emotions. They make it hard to stay upright. Oldest trick in the book.
You know, we need attention and all of these things. I agree with him. He said that women are difficult to travel with, and I understand that. You know, we get hungry, and if we're not fed, we get hangry. So I understand when he says women are children.
I said that there's a lot of women on this panel, so we need smaller words.
Let me break this down.
Creatures.
We got a pearl on our hands over here.
And that's something that it was very hard to learn. And that's what when he says train, that's what he's talking about. Is you know women are taught that they can do no wrong, and we can behave as much as we can do whatever we want. And the truth is that men are the victims of that behavior. The men who care about these women are victims of that behavior. And when these men try to correct that behavior, they're called misogynistic, they're called controlling, they're called insecure, all of these things. But if you ask anyone older, hey, if they saw this on a TV show, they'd be like, ooh, that was disrespectful. Right. But, you know, in day-to-day life, these women don't see that. They think that it's okay to continue to behave that way. And it's my hope to show that, you know, showing respect and submission, so to speak, it's a superpower.
Yes, it is.
Because not only do you have what you want out of the situation working for you, you've got him, you know, leading the charge. So if you're both on the same page and you're going forward and you know how to treat one another.
City, it's been a hell of a ride. And the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because, well, you know, there you go. You've been wearing it for 7.5 years. But, you know, like I said, I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy. You really do. I was happy before you, and if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you. But I am very, very glad to have someone like you in my life. I've been successful in many ventures in my life, and I've never really had someone like you. I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today, and I'm glad that you continue to hold that standard. Success is really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone like you to share it with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.